It was last year at this breakfast that I had the honor of presenting the inaugural ASA Impact Award to Steve Harvey for his commitment and dedication to the youth of America through fishing and his tireless efforts with the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation. Well, this year, I am incredibly excited to let you know that Steve has returned to ICAST to present this year's recipient of the ASA Impact Award. Would you please put your hands together and welcome back to the stage Mr. Steve Harvey.
How's everybody doing? They told me I was going to present this award, right? And so I'm from Hollywood. So when you say award, you're supposed to put on a suit. And they faked me because y'all in here dressed like y'all work at Ace Hardware. I'm the only person in here with a damn suit on. This is my second time coming here, so I already know humor is not the thing to attempt here, but I can't help it a little bit. They gave me this stuff to read off, but I think y'all done had enough of these numbers and stuff, because, statistics is, it's just a little boring, man. It's just kind of hard for me to say that, so I think that it'd be best if I just tell you really why I came. Last year I was here and they gave me this award, which was really great. I didn't know anybody was paying attention to the work I've been doing with these kids all these years. I've been mentoring 17 years now. I have effectively and actively changed the lives of 25,000 boys across the United States. Sorry about that. That was a statistic, but I just thought I'd throw one in there for me. But when I came here last year, I met Bill Dance for the first time. That was my first time meeting him live. I met Bill Dance actually years ago in the 90s, and this is how I grew to know this man. In the early 90s, I was homeless. I lived in my car for 3 years. I was really struggling, man, but the one thing I knew how to do, I knew how to fish. And so I stayed alive by fishing. I was touring the country, climbing fences. When I saw a pond or a lake, I kept a skillet in my car, a bag of charcoal, some lighter fluid. I had a fishing knife. I had one rod and 3 lures. I had 3 spinner baits. That's all I knew how to throw. I didn't know they were supposed to look like a bluegill. Nobody told me that. I was just throwing it out there and hoping like hell I catch a fish. Well, I catch the fish, and I knew how to gut them and clean them because my granddaddy and my uncle taught me how to fish, so I could eat. I'd go to a park and pull up where they had them cast iron, little grills, put my charcoal out, have my little grease, and I'd fry fish. Now, one day, I was sitting outside of a Circuit City, and I went inside just to watch TV, because I hadn't watched TV in a long time. When you're homeless, you don't have a TV. And so I went inside to watch TV, and had the Bill Dance show on. And Bill Dance changed my whole life, man. This dude taught me how to Carolina rig, taught me to text it, taught me how to do a drop shot, but I needed some new bait. So I needed some worms, I needed some hooks, and some weights. So I went over to Kmart, and they donated it to me. Some of the nicest white people I had ever met. We'll just leave it at that. And so I walked out with the donation in my underwear, and I went outside and I started fishing with a worm for the first time. And I started catching more bass and I was just eating better, man. And this dude, because of that, so every time I would go to a different city, I'd find a circuit city, I'd go in and I'd ask the manager, hey man, can you cut on the fishing show? I would just hang around. He said, well, that don't come on for 2 hours. Well, I ain't got nowhere to go, so I sat there for 2 hours and I'd wait on the Jimmy Houston fishing show. This cat actually saved my life, man. You know, you get in a position like I'm in today, and you realize how far God done brought you. You start, you know, it just keeps me humble, man. And I'm grateful that God made me remember stuff like that. A lot of people get in my position, man, get to Hollywood, they forget God. They ain't, they ain't got nothing to say about it. But God helped me. But he helped me with that man right there. And that's why I said I'd do it today. And I don't feel like crying, so shit. Pull myself together. And just tell you, man, they wrote some stuff on this paper that he'd been in TV for 50 years, 3 times Bassmaster champion, first person to ever catch a bass on the Bassmaster tour, and all that. But y'all know that. But I don't know if y'all know how Hank Park and Jimmy Houston and all these cats, man, they change lives, man. They're in the life-changing business. It ain't just fishing, man. Y'all in here selling lures or whatever you sell, all that's cool. But y'all in the life-changing business, man. People didn't know I fished. But if I didn't fish, man, I'd go crazy. Hollywood ain't the coolest place to live at. It just ain't, man. I'm sick of it. I get tired of it. You know, they got all these rules out here. You can't say nothing. I went fishing for the first time in my life with Bill Dance, Kevin Van Dam, and Johnny Morris. I went last year with Luke Bryant. I was on the boat with Bill Dance and Kevin Van Dam. Man, I learned more in 2 days fishing with them dudes. And Bill just sat on the back of the boat. But tell you how smart he is. We was up front fishing, me and Kevin Van Dam, and Bill just sit in the back of the boat and go, Kevin, what's the temperature of water? And Kevin looked down and say 64. Back out of here, go over there where the sun at. And he backed the boat up. I don't know why Kevin didn't talk back to him, because I wanted to go, Kevin, this is your boat. You don't. He just sitting back there. I thought I was doing good. It was clear. You know, he back up and go over there. And then he went over there. He said, what's the temperature of the water? He said, 68. He says, park right here. And we started catching fish. And I went back there and I said, Bill, how do you know that? He said, I've been doing this a long time. He said, the more you do it, the more experience you get. And I just had the best time. And not to mention, I know they don't have these pictures, but on that day, I caught my personal best of a bass. I caught 8, 9, and on that same day, I caught a 7-pounder. I wish I had, just clap for that right there. That's 8, 9. It looked just like that picture that's up right now. How big is that fish, Bill? Yeah. That's 10 pounds right there. Bill, this ain't the time for that. I point to the picture. I asked you what was the picture. It was 7 pounds. I said my fish looked just like that. I just told you it was 8, 9. Jesus. Folks, it's an honor for me to be here. And thank y'all for having me. And I appreciate ICAST. I'm going to go change this suit because I'm going to go put on some clothes that I can walk on the floor and look for free stuff and for donations. That right there. So at this particular time, Steve talks about Bill Dance and then ask everybody to turn their attention to the screen for the Bill Dance video.
Hello, everybody. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why some fishermen catch more fish than others.
Growing up, I always knew my dad was a big deal, but I really didn't get it. I've had the incredible honor of working for him, and in that time, I've been blown away.
Most of us wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Bill Dance.
Bill Dance is the biggest name in bass fishing ever, all time, hands down, period. End of story.
This is exposed.
He has taken every aspect of fishing to a whole different level because of who he is.
He's definitely the most influential fisherman to have ever lived.
Bill Dance will have an entire book, not a chapter, when the history of bass fishing is written.
We are so incredibly lucky to have that dude be our face for so long.
People watch Bill Dance and they think they know him.
That is a stolen art. I will not eat it, but I always catch the big fish.
Give me one of them snack sticks.
When people see him on television, they like him, they fall in love with him.
Bill Dance is the exact same. What you see is what you get.
He's very humble, and he comes across that way because he is that way.
Bill was the #1 educator when it came to what our sport really was.
You always felt like you were in the boat with him.
And Bill was there along the way.
He's an inspiration, is what he is.
He brought professional fishing and the industry together.
What you don't know is what a prankster he is and what a jokester he is.
He's a jokester, he's a fun guy, loves to have fun, and terrific fisherman.
Bill laughed hysterically when I caught that little 12-incher. He had just caught a 60-pounder. I don't know how big it was.
Bill has a natural ability. He likes to entertain people.
Bill is everybody's friend.
He just makes you feel like you're just talking to one of your buddies.
He made them all feel welcome. Come on in. We're not strangers, we're just friends who have never met.
He's America's family, in my opinion.
Oh, he got off, Roy.
Look at it. That's what one looks like.
He'll make you feel like you're the only person there.
The magic of Bill Dance.
Bill, you deserve this award, but you deserve so much more than this. You deserve so much more from all of us. So hats off to you, Bill. And, everybody, just thank you so much. Bill, thank you.
Thank you for sharing your career and your passion with me and with everyone.
Bill, I truly mean this with all of my heart. And I've not said it enough to you. Thank you for everything you've done, not only for me, for everything you have done in this industry. You are the best.
Bill, I have so much gratitude toward you. I am a product of you. The whole fishing industry is a product of you.
So, Bill, love you, brother. Thank you for everything you've done. But most importantly, I just want to thank you for being you.
Bill Dance, I love you to death, buddy. Keep on keeping on.
Daddy, thank you so much for the example you've set and for being such an incredible dad. I love you so much, and I'm so incredibly blessed and so proud to be your daughter.
We love you, buddy. You're the best.
That's great. And folks, to help me with this award, please welcome to the stage one of Bill Dance's longtime friends, the one and only Mr. Johnny Morris. Come on, keep clapping for the money. Clap for the money.
Thank you, Steve. How's everybody doing this morning? Boy, it's a happy day, and I got to say, to me, it's kind of a little bit emotional day. Just thinking about coming here. There was some conversation about old timers earlier this morning. I know it's like 50 years been coming to this show, and just the memories in life, the characters you meet, the innovators, pioneers, and just to be here this year. Greatest country in the world, and how blessed are we to be here together and do what we do, spend our lives around the great sport of fishing. There is nothing like it. And very thankful, like Steve had said, thankful to God for our blessings and to have these joys. And I come here also just to, like many of us, to celebrate you, Bill Dance, what you mean to all of us personally and to the sport of fishing. I got I was reading about this Impact Award. It said it's dedicated to leaders like Steve who have a profound positive impact and bring lasting change on growing the sport of fishing. And you think about that, I just got this scrapbook of memories I wanted to share. If you can see that picture. This hangs in my office. It's a picture of Bill with his first bass he ever caught. He spent 25 cents for this plug at Motlow's Hardware, Tennessee. And then just meeting Bill. I met Bill in the first National Bass Tournament on Table Rock Lake in 1970. And like everybody else hit it off, we opened our first shop there in Springfield in 72. And guess who's there? Old Bill Dance. And I love this picture because we sold some, like that old song, beer bait and ammo too, but we sold my dad's booze shop and bait. And Bill's friendship all these years. This is a scrapbook picture, little Jimmy Dickens, Porter Wagner. Me and Bill, we went to Mexico and we fished on this back rack lake and we stayed in these chicken coops, literally. And it was kind of a wild time. The World Fishing Ferry signed his autograph for President Bush. Like a kids' clinic for fishing and golf with Tiger Woods and Bill. Just fishing memories along the way. Buddies, so many fishing memories, so many laughs. So in 2016, in the company or Christmas party at Bass Pro, was our most special time. And we had these Fisherman Best Friends Award. And one of them was for Ray Scott, and one of them for Bill. And if it wasn't for Ray being a pioneer, there wouldn't have been a Bass Pro Shop. These guys, so much influence. This, Bill doesn't know his full reach, I don't think. Pamela said, Daddy doesn't even realize how many people he reaches. This is my grandson, Catfish. I didn't prompt this at all. For Halloween, for trick or treat, he wanted to dress up as Bill Dance. I mean, this kid, he worshiped. And I said, what about Grandpa? Grandpa's a good fisherman. Yeah, Bill Dance, Bill Dance. And anyway, Bill, you impact. So we were talking earlier, Glenn was, about bringing future generations into the sport of fishing. Buddy, you're the master. Here's our granddaughter, Angel Fish, singing happy birthday to Bill, the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. And I just, how blessed. Bill, we all love you. You're a dear friend in my life, and so many people in this room, so many people around the world. We love you. We thank you from our hearts for being you. And don't ever change. And I don't think we have to worry about you ever growing up, because that's not going to happen. But thank you, buddy, and congratulations.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Bill Dance.
You want me to talk? Yeah. Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. Good morning to you. Appreciate all of you being here. You know, when I think back over so many years, to me, all fishing trips are special, but they become something else entirely when you share them. Recently, I had the honor of fishing with my good friend Steve Harvey, my other dear friend for over 50 years. How many, 54, Johnny? 54 years. They say you can't mix fishing with pleasure. Well, that's a bunch of hooey. We've done it, and from way back yonder. But as I said, recently we had the honor of fishing with, or I had the honor of fishing with Steve Harvey, Johnny Mars, Luke Bryan, and my good buddy, Kevin Van Dam. You know, on this trip to Luke's Lake, it truly felt like it couldn't get any better. Steve, myself, Luke, Johnny, and Kate, KBD, all shared in something so much bigger than just a day on the water. We shared laughs, stories, and a passion that just ties us all together. Every knot we tie, what it does, it keeps us fishing. But the memories of that will always keep us connected. You know, when you're out on the water with folks like that, you can't help but talk about it, laugh about it, and live for the next cast. Hey, it's never about just the fish. Never. It's about the friendship, the moments, and the memories that stay with you long after the boat is back on the trailer. That's why I want to sincerely thank the American Sport Fishing Association. Your support helps make experiences like this possible, not just for me, but for so many others who absolutely love this incredible sport. Because of what you do, more people get to feel that same joy, connection, and excitement that keeps us all coming back to the water. So, Glenn, American Sport Fishing Association, I thank you so, so much for this award. And everybody here, have a great show. Thank you so much.
I want to let Johnny Morris hand him the award, but before he do, I spent 2 days with these gentlemen fishing, and the Christian God-fearing men that you think they are, when they on, listen to me, these two together, they're gonna have some explaining to do when they get to heaven. He set me and Luke Bryan up. He had him tell us a joke that lasted 20 minutes. And let me tell you something. If I told that joke ever, repeated it, my whole career is gone. That's who they really are. Now go ahead and give your buddy that award.
So much for that, Johnny, Steve. I want to tell you a little story real quick, and it really means a lot to me. My good friend, and for 18, 19 years that I do a lot of inshore saltwater fishing, Peter Deeks at Alamorada, Florida. Not at Alamorada. It's near Palm Bay, Florida, Merritt Island. There you go. And over the years, we've become very, very good friends. I know his family, and they raised a great person in Peter. But I got a call from Peter one day, and he said, I've got a friend that lives nearby, and he's going through a tough time right now, but he's in Memphis, in your hometown. The little boy, his name is Rhett, and Rhett has brain cancer. And you can imagine what was going through with the family with that particular situation. But Ryan and I called Ryan, his father, we talked a while, and over the next 2 years, 2.5 years, There were ups and downs, and the mental anguish of going through having a child in that shape. But during that period of time, Rhett and I got to fish a lot together. I'd go to Bass Pro Shop, the one in Memphis at the Pyramid, and we would walk around the store, and the store manager let Rhett trout fish. And he threw out there, and the first cast, bang, he catches an 8-pound rainbow. And all the excitement and everything, and he was excited about it. And our journey went on through the store, and we got to the aquarium. And he's so fascinated with fishing. I've never seen a little boy that loves to fish more than him. He watched those fish in the aquarium, and the diver got in the tank, and he came down and he waved at Ray. And that was a special moment. We went to the archery range and spent time there in Bass Pro. A few months passed, and we made another trip. The very first trip, I should have said, before we went to the Pyramid, Ryan called me and he said, "Do you know any place I could take my little boy fishing?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "It's 20 minutes from St. Jude to my house. I live out in the country, but you can come around a way and get there. Why don't you bring him out here and let him fish in the lake here at the house?" Well, actually, it's a pond. You know the difference in a pond and a lake? It has to do with whether you're buying or selling. So I'm gonna call mine a lake. But Ryan and Rhett and were there, and we went down. The lake comes right up to the house, and so close one time it flooded, and I was standing on the front porch, threw a spinnerbait out by an oak tree and caught a 2-pound bass. The water, we had so much rain, but I had a lot of catfish in that lake. So in a minute, here comes Rhett. We fish, he catches 8 or 10 catfish, had a great time. And during this journey, he started losing his hair. And he got so emotionally upset, Ryan was telling me. And I said, "Put him on the phone." Ryan got on the phone. Rhett got on the phone. He says, I said, "What are you so upset about losing your hair?" I said, "Yours is going to grow back. Mine ain't." So he kind of laughed about it. And I said, "Do me a favor. Save your hair for me. Save it for me. Because I want to tie some fishing lures with it, some jigs, various things. And every time I fish it, I'll be thinking of you. Every cast I make, you'll be making it with me." So our relationship, we went saltwater fishing. Ryan's got a charter boat out of Port Canaveral. We went out, we caught fish. He came back, we went bluegill fishing. We went catfishing again and made many trips to Bass Pro Shop, several trips to Bass Pro Shop. But each visit, his treatments, we were getting a little bit more positive about it. And after 2.5 years, Rhett, Ryan, his mother, and a little sister walked out of St. Jude, basically cured from brain cancer. So, come here, buddy. Come here. I'm gonna tell you something. This little guy is so special to me. And a heck of a little fisherman.
All right. Thank you very much, Bill.
Thank y'all very much. Thank you for letting me tell that little story about a good friend of mine. God bless.